Yes, I did comment, and I said that Israel has to tell Mr. Mitchell politely and very nicely. After all, he's a representative of the American administration. That we are now in the middle of a democratic election, and the Israeli people are going to vote for a new government, and he should go nicely back to United States of America and not interrupt us to vote for a new national government which represent the new way of the Israeli, which believe that the ways that we have been led in the past few governments in Israel have brought us to a big failure and to a lot of tragedies, which we have seen only recently in Gaza Strip in the war, that so many cities in Israel have been under launched under missiles, attacked by missiles from Gaza Strip, which the American administration, together with Sharon government, brought us to such a tragedy. So I think Mitchell has to go right now politely and nicely and understandingly back to America, and we have to explain to him that we are in the middle of the process. Within 2 weeks, the election is going to take place, and we are not going to interfere in the American election. Before the election, I never saw any Israeli prime minister coming and asking the Jewish people in America to vote to neither one from the candidates, either Obama or Bush or McCain, and I think they have to behave in the same way and to give the Jewish people and to the Israelis the right to vote freely, openly, to the people which they believe should lead them in the new government.
Now, do you believe George Mitchell is trying to influence our elections here?
George Mitchell is known from his last public wrong ideas which he brought to Israel, which I think the Israeli government didn't accept what he brought up. He was very short and very hard to the Israelis. And he has to understand that we believe that the new government will be the ones which will not allow to have two states, to two nations in Eretz Israel. Eretz Israel belongs to Am Israel. We have already in the areas that have been liberated in 1967 over 650,000 Jews. And I'm repeating and saying 650,000 Jews living in the areas that have been liberated, of course, including the neighborhoods in Jerusalem, east, south, and north. And 650,000 Jews are not going to be evacuated. They are going to grow to 1 million and to 2 and to 3. This is the original Israeli land that David HaMelech, King David, used to live. Judah, the Maccabee, Matityahu, the Hashmonai, and the all Jewish leaders from the old kings. Those places are now rebuilding and are going to be even faster rebuilt. And he should take off his hands from Eretz Israel and to try to solve the problems of the Americans in Europe, in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in Iraq, and to leave the Jewish people to lead themselves by themselves. They're smart enough to do it properly.
Right. Now, you have decided for the first time to enter politics, and
Yes.
you have worked for decades on behalf of the land of Israel and the nation of Israel, but from behind the scenes. What motivated you to come and participate in the political system for the first
Because
time?
it was the first time that we felt that Eretz Israel in danger. It's a possibility that again we will have a leader like Bibi Netanyahu as the prime minister. Bibi Netanyahu, he wants very, very, very good things, but in the past he showed a lot of weakness, and we are afraid that he, together with Barak and Livni, could lead us to another catastrophe, which we have seen before. So we think that National Union, which I'm leading, and I'm the leader, and we believe that in this election we will have over 10 seats, and we will have a lot of influence. The orange people will have a lot of influence on this coming government. And in the future time, we believe that we can even run the country. It might take another two elections, but finally, Bezrat Hashem, Ketzaleh will be the prime minister, and this is my goal.
Bezrat Hashem. Now, what do you think the country will look like with Ketzaleh as prime minister and the
So,
orange camp running the
it
country?
will be the preparation for the kingdom of David HaMelech.
And it'll probably help us to fit in a little better in the Middle East.
And Bezrat Hashem, when the Jewish people are strong, the Arabs respect them.
No
when
question.
we are weak, they don't respect us. If Am Yisrael will be strong, the whole world will respect us. And the all problems that we are facing today, only because we are behaving very, very weak. Look on Gaza Strip, the army defeated them, but the prime minister and the defense and the foreign minister together didn't do it, and destroyed the wing of the Israeli army. And it looks like that we will have to penetrate again and to destroy the cancer totally.
Now, with regards to what's been going on in the Gaza region, I personally don't support going in there and fighting just to take out Hamas and put in Fatah. How could we create a situation where we're actually returning to Gush Katif? We're actually returning...
Only you're absolutely right. If it will be in the end of the Labour Party, they will exchange authorities and it will be even worse.
What about Likud?
And about the Likud, I'm afraid also. But if we will run the country one day, so it will be done. I don't believe that any of the government that will be built, even we will be participating in a new government. I don't see Bibi like Barak going and trying to uprooting the Hamas authority, the Hamas terrorists, the cancer terrorists, and I think Am Yisrael will have to wait to us till we will do it.
Now, this year is the Jerusalem Conference, the 6th annual Jerusalem Conference at the Hyatt Hotel. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about what this conference is and why it came to be?
It came to my mind 6.5 years ago when I heard so much about Herzliya conference, which I felt that they want to do it, especially in Tel Aviv area, to show that the center is not Jerusalem, and we are looking for new values and new issues which led by Peace Now. It was in that moment that I called my people and I said, in 2 months we are going to have Jerusalem conference coming from Arutz Sheva, from Besheva paper, and we are going to make it different. First of all, in Yerushalayim, very close to Beit HaMikdash, in the biggest hotel in the Middle East, Hyatt Hotel. Today it's called Regency Hotel.
The Regency, my mistake.
The Regency Hotel, and since then we are doing it here. Rehavam Zevi, the Israeli minister, was murdered, and we decided we are going to resume and to do it with a purpose to show the world that East Jerusalem is part of Eretz Israel, and the all ministers and prime minister attending in our conference. Each one is trying to attend, and it became the most important conference today in Israel, which we have so many senators and so many important people coming from all over the world to show up, to speak, and to be shown up.
And you even have your political opposition here. I saw that Tzipi Livni is
We
speaking.
are allowed, we are Democrats, but the mainstream it belongs to us. So we are allowed Tzipi Livni to attend, but not like in Herzliya conference that we are not even allowed to attend, only the leftists. Here, we are strong enough and open enough even to allow the leftists to come over and to show themselves, because we are not afraid. We know our way, we know that we are going to win, and we know that one day we will be the leaders of Am Yisrael.
Ketzaleh, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
I wish you success in the coming election and
Thank
hope
you
to
very
see you
much.
as Prime Minister.
Thank you very much.
Shalom.